Hello. How is everybody today? How are you? I hope you are doing well today on this Monday, I believe it is. So, welcome to day 3 of the Temple of Ostara, and I'm excited that you're here. I feel like this is refreshing being out here with you today. This is such a good vibe being out here. I love doing this stuff out here. This is so much fun for me. So, today's day 3, the final day. So, I want to touch again on the origins and where the Temple of Ostara came from. It came from the sense of having a deep connection within the self and creating a community of women that shared their medicine to help others and help other women, whether that was chiropractors, whether that was acupuncturists, whether that was a energy healer, whatever it looked like, whatever medicine you were gifted with, that was the thing. Everybody could come together, share their wisdom and all that glorious stuff, and create such harmony and foster relationship between one another that just would ripple out to the rest of the world. And it's funny, I remember the first day I did it in the same area, but I was a little further away, and I remember seeing like a little girl going by, and I was walking home and I was like, wow, what a different world we're going to be creating for these young people. Like, honestly, from where we are now, for what we are living in, to I thought the wind was going to blow me over, to the potential of what we could be living in the not so far distant future. And so today, now that I've kind of encapsulated that again of what the mission of the Temple of Ostara is, I wanted to just touch on day 3, and that is living a fulfilling life. And that means like getting out of bed every day and being excited, being like, maybe, it depends on your level of excitement, how excited you get. Just to be so excited to see the birds chirp, see them chirping, your favorite birds, hear them singing, to see the trees, all that stuff, to see spring and watching all the blooms blossoming. Like, to live that kind of life is, it's where the juice is. Honestly, it's where the juice is. And so, in today, I wanted to just tell you a little story. This is the bridge. This is the bridge. I'm going to fall over here. Hello to whoever is here. I can't see comments. I can't see who you are, but I'm saying hello. So, I remember when I was a student in acupuncture, and we had to take this lovely class of safety. So it was like a big drone when we had to hear it. Everybody just kind of went, ugh, yuck. But it turns out, much to my surprise, this class was absolutely the most magical class I have ever taken in my entire life. It was such a great, awesome, epic class. I can't even tell you. So it's the energy that this instructor brought. But one of the things that I do remember distinctly, as he had described each point that we have on our body. And by the way, we have like 400 some odd acupuncture points on our body. So we have many channels, many points where energy gathers. And sometimes that energy gets stuck there. So in this class, this guy had like my attention from the moment I walked in the room. I was excited to see his class. And it's a safety class. Like, honestly, safety in a health profession, it's like dull as you know what, right? So he described each point as there was 3 layers to each point. There was the heaven portion, the human portion, and the earth portion. And he described it as almost like our chakras, how we can penetrate a depth of the chakra. And we can tap in. And so this just blew my freaking mind. And I've been out of acupuncture school now for a few years. So I remember this was probably my first year of acupuncture. So we're talking, let's say 2019. This blew my mind that you could, with intention and of course, the acupuncture needle, but mostly it was with intention, depending on your diagnosis. Penetrate whatever level you needed to, that you felt that this patient needed. So if it was something not so serious and not so chronic, did I lose my connection? It looks like I'm still going. Oh my goodness. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so back to the acupuncture thing. So you could potentially stimulate the heaven portion of this point, which would stimulate the heaven portion of, the heaven portion. Or you could go to the human portion, or you could go really in deep for, more chronic situations and get to the earth. And that would really, really get to the root of whatever the issue is. And I loved this so freaking much. It just absolutely blew my mind that there was this much depth to acupuncture, because I took it and I ran with it. And what I love about this, and this is the bridge, this is how the ancients used to live a long time ago. And this is where I feel that we are going now. So we, as the human in between heaven and earth, the human body is so important. It is so important. And even back like 5,000 years ago, when Chinese medicine was a thing, they knew this fundamentally, that the body was the key. And we store different emotions in these little places where they gather in the body. And if we actually clear the space to allow the earth and the heavens to come through us, boom, blew my mind. The body is absolutely the freaking key to all of this. It is processing the emotions, processing everything. Whatever illness that comes through the body is a message for you to pay attention to. It is not simply just an illness that you take a pill for. There is a message there for you. And I absolutely have believed this my entire life, and I didn't even know it. Like, this is something that I really, really, truly, I know that there's a message for all of us if we encounter any kind of illness, whether it's a cold or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. And so we have this bridge, and it's right in front of us. I'm sitting on one part of it, and I can see the other part of it. So when I make enough space within myself and I connect to both, guess what comes through? Ta-da! Hello, deep fulfillment, so much excitement. Like, I can't even tell you. It's unbelievable. When you come from a barren land where everything blows up in your face, we are connected, but when there's so much junk in between the actual connection and the felt sense of it, you're not really going to be able to thrive as well as you'd hope. So in this bridge, it takes you from when you open up and you invite this stuff in and you feel it and you let it express itself through you, you have left the land of the barren, or potentially, you're moving from the land of the barren to the land of the flourishing. And you wake up every day and you're like so excited to get the day started. 90% of the time, I can't say it's like that every day for me, but it is absolutely incredible. I wake up, and this is potential for all of us. There's so many women that I know, they wake up, they are divinely guided. We all receive money from unbelievable sources. Like, even a simple, silly little example is 3 years ago, I closed out a bank account for a vehicle loan. And 3 years later, of course, I'm not expecting it, I receive a check because they had taken too much money from me. I was like, what? Like, just simple little things like that every day are so much fun for me. Every day is an adventure. Life is way more fulfilling. And I get to come here and share this with you. So this is pretty exciting. stuff to know that there's this possibility that we don't have to live like in survival mode anymore. We can actually, when I talked about in day one, your creational powers, and then in day two, we talked about owning your power. This is what I'm saying. You own your power, you create space to get all of that other crud out of there, other people's beliefs, whatever society tells you, whatever, generations before, all that stuff. Excuse me. When you remove all of that and you get to the core essence of who you are, like who you are deep inside, you've made space. And believe me when I tell you, when you make space for that divine goodness and the earth to flow through you, it is absolutely mind-blowing every day. Every day I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Like every day. So, and that's what I want for you. I would love if everybody woke up like that. Can you imagine our world? We all woke up every day and 90% of our life is deeply fulfilling. Our relationships are like so freaking good. You just can't even believe it. And opportunities just arise. Mysterious money just shows up. Like it gets to be like that. And that's really freaking exciting. I call that like definitely living in the land of the lusciousness. It's when you let go of control and just let go of your attachments and just allow life, just flow with it. Listen to your heart, follow the impulses. When you have that intuitive nudge or that download that says you've got to do this, you do it, and all of a sudden, whoosh, you have no idea how things can turn out when you get that nudge, but you have to trust it. You have to trust the wisdom that you are born with so that it can take you somewhere where you need to be, where you get the wisdom out of it. And even with challenges, it's not even really challenges anymore. Like the stress is like taken out of it to a certain degree. And you sit and you wonder, well, okay, so this has come up. So what's the wisdom here? And it gives you power over your own life. You have control over your own life rather than outside forces controlling you. That never worked for me. This is so amazing to have control over your own life. You get to control your emotions. You get to control what you say about this, what you do about whatever. You get to have the life that you want and create the legacy that you so rightfully deserve and what you want to leave for this earth. And for me, that looks like having a beautiful life, creating harmony wherever I go, having opportunities fall in my lap, like insane opportunities, meeting unbelievable people. Like I cannot tell you how many most amazing, incredible people I have met on this journey. I mean, this is such an epic, fun ride to express yourself to yourself. It's not about expressing yourself to anybody else. It's about you discovering who you are, what makes you happy, and you follow that impulse, you follow that urge. And I don't know what else I can say about it. It's just so exciting. Like I get excited. Whoops, hang on. Like every spring, my one simple excitement is the flowers budding. When I lived in Vancouver, BC, Canada, like February, March, off the charts excitement for me. I was excited every day to see a frickin' cherry tree because of the blossoms. I was excited every day to see the same magnolia tree. It didn't matter. I could look at that thing all day, every day. The ocean, every day. I was just in pure excitement and bliss every day. And sure, like I said, there's always challenges. It's just how you perceive them and the lessons that you get out of them. And I mean, there was plenty of challenges there for me in that city, but ultimately, I loved it. So if you're looking for fulfillment, this is your ticket. The ticket is you, and you're already on the bus, so why not make it fun and adventurous and see things in an exciting way? Like every challenge is, let's do it. Let's have fun with this. Sometimes I'm not always up for it, but eventually I do get my way through it. And sometimes I don't always see what's going on, but I do find my way. And the last point is, this is the land of the lush, where you have a soul-led life, where you You just live by the impulse of your desires and your intuition. Mostly it's your intuition and your wisdom, and you know what's right for you. And that's just freaking awesome. Oh my, I can't tell you. Maybe it's the cool air today that's got me like all goofy and funny, but that's just how I genuinely feel about it. It's just been, compared to the life that I used to have, nothing can compare. I never, ever, ever would have seen this life that I have now 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Never. I never knew that this was possible, to have every day where you wake up and you're just like, I get to do this again. Oh my God, this is awesome. I'm so excited, like every day, even when it's cloudy and potentially it could get rained on. I don't care. I think it's fun. You know, when I go home and I'm laughing because I get soaked, but I mean, I honestly don't think it's going to rain. You get to live this life too. So I could go on all day, but the point of all of this is what's available for you. And I created this group for women just like you that want to live this life, tap into their wisdom, trust their intuition, gather with like-minded souls. And they know they're here to bring something. Sometimes you just don't know what it is. Even I didn't know what I was bringing. So this is for you. And I had tech difficulties yesterday. If you watched my video yesterday, I couldn't post the link to the group that I created. And I'm not sure why, but anyway, whatever. It's fine. If I won't be able to post the link group again, but it is the Temple of Ostara. And if you want to join, you can either private message me, because this is a private group. This is where we share the little things that make us happy. And we live by the beat of our heart and what our heart tells us to do. We're not out to hurt anybody, never. You know, we still live our responsibilities and we have our obligations, but we still do it with so much happiness and joy and fulfillment. And so, yeah, just reach out to me. I will either invite you or send you the link privately. And I look forward to seeing you in there. And I'll see you again, because I'm sure I'll be doing a live again sometime in the future. But it was so much fun being here today with you. I hope you found it just as much fun, and I'd love to hear your takeaways. And I could just keep going on and on and on. So I'm just going to close this now, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you again very soon. Take care.